What's up, guys? It's your boy Barca Boy 103. Today we're gonna be reacting to the Barcelona news since deadline day. I have not made a news video in about a week or so, and I want to give you guys some updates. Of course, we do play later on today against Victoria Pleasant. I was bored. I said, you know what? Let's make a news video and recap all the news from deadline day until today, Wednesday, September 7th. We're going to talk about many things. Firstly, we're going to cover the presentation of Bellerin and Alonso, which of course took place yesterday. Secondly, we're going to talk about Pjanic's exit and what that means for Araujo, Gavi, and Inaki Pena. Thirdly, the Griezmann case, give you guys a recap on that, how we're looking at the moment. Fourthly, how Pique apparently wants to leave Barcelona this upcoming summer. And finally, give you guys an update on Operation Send Bartomeu to Jail. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already. And let's get into it. Let's start off with the presentation of both Hector Bellerin and Marcos Alonso. As you all know, it took place yesterday. There's no formal presentation. There's no press conference, big pictures, all that sort of stuff. Quickly went to the Joan Kemper field, signed the contracts, and moved on. So we'll first talk about Bellerin. They said a few words, of course, Joan Laporta and Bellerin himself. First, Joan Laporta came out saying that, welcome back to Barcelona, Hector. This has always been your home since you were a kid. The entire technical staff wanted you to return home because we need your help. Your experience in other leagues makes you a better player. Then Hector Bellerin came on, said, I'm very emotional right now. I wore this shirt many times during my academy days, but it was always my dream to wear it for the first team, and now I've returned home. Thank you to the president and the coaching staff who made this move possible. When you're a kid playing in the academy, you always dream of playing for the first team. In football, you need to take the opportunities that come to you. Here, I met a dressing room that's great and welcomed me from day one. I'm excited to create some beautiful moments with them as well. My message to supporters is that I hope you enjoy watching us play football. I remember my family watching me practice of mine, and competing here now is beautiful, and I give my family a big kiss as well. So overall, quick few words, and did some rondo with the academy kids as well. Same one, of course, for Marcos Alonso. He also came in, Joan Kemper field, signed his contract.
Signarà el contracte, després el veurem signant la lona de la fundació, però volem veure que està encara.
And Joan Laporta first came out saying that, welcome Marcos Alonso, you're a player of great talent, and we knew that based on how badly Xavi wanted you. So this is straight from the president's mouth that Xavi wanted him. No one else said like, oh, let's go for Alonso, good market opportunity, nothing like that. Xavi requested for his signing. Marcos gives us continuation to a legacy of players from his family. His great grandfather and his father both played for Barcelona. Being able to welcome you to the club is a special moment. He can play on the flanks, he can play as center defender while also being great at free kick taker. And we wish you all success both personally and collectively as well. But I also want to thank you for your words, Marcos. Also appreciate the effort that you and your father and the entire technical staff who made your signing possible. So again, Alonso did wait the whole entire summer to sign for Barcelona, so Joan Laporta there showing his appreciation for waiting. Now to Alonso, I'm very happy to have the opportunity of being part of this great team. I've wanted this moment since I was a kid when my dad brought me to the camp now to watch some games. I can't wait to have success here to please the fans. The success will be shared between all of us. I'm experienced, I can help the youngsters. As the president said, I can also put in some free kicks as well. I already knew several of the players from the national team. I haven't been surprised by the team's level. I hope to have a lot of joy for this team to reach this best level. Besides dreaming, we must work hard and sacrifice a lot. That's how success and joy will come. My dad was a unique person. I want to crave my own path in this team. I start from zero and I need to work hard to earn my spot in the first team. So again, both from Alonso, Bellerin, super quick signing, few words, and that concluded the presentation of both Hector Bellerin and Marcos Alonso. Let's now discuss some of the transfer news surrounding Barcelona over the past week or so. Since deadline day, there's only been one report, and that is that Barcelona are planning to spend big on a right back in the next two transfer window. Jordi Gil from Sport came out saying that Barcelona are already planning to make a big investment in the right back position ahead of the 2023-2024 season. Both Hector Bellerin and Sergio Roberto are out of contract next summer. Now, at the beginning of the past summer, I think around June time, there were reports coming out saying that, look, Barcelona are going to spend big on a right back next summer. This summer, they want to bring in Aspet at the time, obviously. Want to bring in Aspet, quick, patch, and then move on. The name that was mentioned during that time was Trent Alexander-Arnold, but now Jordi Gil from Sport did not say a name. He always said that, look, Barcelona are planning to spend big on a right back this summer. Now, the question is, who is it? Look, I've said this before a lot on my channel, I'll say it again, I'm not a fan of bringing English players to Spain, right? Would I take Trent for 80 million? No. Would I take Reece James for 80 million? Yes, but he just renewed his contract with Chelsea, I think, a few days ago. So that transfer now is going to be difficult. I think he's the best paid defender in Chelsea's history. So getting him will be difficult. So who else is there really? I mean, I'm very intrigued to see what right back they go for. I think you look at maybe Hakimi, PSG. He's decent, but ex-Real Madrid. Also PSG don't want to sell him. Who else is there really? I think we'll have to wait and see how the right back market looks next summer, but Barcelona are planning to spend big in that position. Let's now discuss some of the news surrounding Barcelona over the past week or so since deadline day. The first big topic is about the imminent exit of Miralem Pjanic. As I'm recording this video Tuesday, September 6th at nighttime, it's currently around 2 a.m. for me. Don't ask why I'm recording at 2 a.m. But anyways, his transfer is not done yet. We will get a here we go for him, I think, in the next 24 to 48 hours. He will be going to the UAE, permanent transfer. Still unknown whether or not Barcelona will get a transfer fee. Nonetheless, though, Pjanic's exit is imminent. Of course, Xavi confirmed it yesterday in the press conference as well. I'll do a here we go video. I'll talk about it in depth. His wages, the move, all that sort of stuff, what that means for Barcelona. But right now, I'll talk about what it means for the wage bill, because as we all know right now, Pablo Gavi's renewal is not done yet, and Araujo's new contract is not registered either. But with the exit of Miralem Pjanic, that is all possible. And Ferran Martinez from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Pjanic's departure could help Barcelona register the contract renewal of Araujo and Gavi with the league. The plan, of course, was for Gavi to renew his contract in January, or that way the club can, produce some more wage cap and more salary margin. But with Pjanic leaving, they can do that right now, which of course I think is fantastic. Give him number 6, motivate him, encourage him, because of course he has been waiting for a long time. And again, with Araujo, on paper is still registered with his previous contract, which of course expires in 2023 this summer, so the club had to do it by then. Of course, renewal is done, announced, confirmed, he signed it, but it's not registered on paper, although he is going to get that pay increase over the past few months, so we could see that happen as well. There is some news about Pablo Gavi. Of course, Alberto Roque from Lewa came out saying that of course Barcelona did not register Gavi for the first team the past window, and he continues with the juvenile A record. He will wear number 23, and in January when he's registered, he will wear 6, which will be reserved for him. Of course, number 6 right now is still vacant, but now with Pjanic's departure, that renewal and that number 6 jersey as well could be advanced. Now, Moises Malorens from ESPN came out saying despite interest from clubs like Bayern Munich, Gavi is more than convinced to continue in Barcelona. Both the club and his agent, Eva de la Pena, are looking for a date to sign his documents for his renewal, which again, with the imminent exit of Miralem Pjanic, that could be advanced a lot. But there is another player in the first team who's also not registered with the first team currently and has a Barcelona athletic number, and that is Inaki Pena. Alberto Roque from Renewal also came out saying that Inaki Pena has not been registered with the first team and will continue with the number of the backup team 26, like Arnau Tenes, who will be the 3rd goalkeeper. Ter Stegen will of course be number 1 goalkeeper with the first team record. So we could also see Inaki Pena get the number 13 and be registered with the first team as well. All this with the Pjanic departure. So we'll have to wait and see how that develops. Again, we could see this happen during the World Cup, maybe even October. But again, from now until the World Cup, we're playing every other day, so I don't know if there's time for Gavi to come in and renew his contract. He has to recover, focus on the game, look at tactics. So maybe with the World Cup, if Spain crashed out early, or maybe we could actually just wait until January and just do it right away because we already have the space to do it during the Christmas holiday. So that's still unknown, but nonetheless, Gavi will renew his contract. Araujo's new contract will be registered, and Inaki Pena could be officially promoted to the first team. Now, a case at Barcelona that is not causing concerns internally in the boardroom at the moment is the case of Antoine Griezmann. As we all know, Atletico Madrid are trying to not make that buy option for 40 million euros next summer become obligation, because as we all know, Griezmann has to play a few more matches for that option to become obligation. Atletico Madrid are trying to prevent that, but in the end, Barcelona are calm, and they think that in the end, Atletico Madrid will pay the 40 million euros. Now, Cope came out saying that Barcelona's legal services are studying the Antoine Griezmann case at Atletico Madrid. Griezmann has hardly played 30 minutes in 3 games so far. Barcelona and Atletico Madrid are acting in bad faith and deliberately doing so to avoid paying the 40 million euros. Marca came out saying that Griezmann's environment are very clear about the situation. We're not here to play 30 minutes every single week. The player considers himself an Atletico Madrid player, and the only idea is to triumph again with the Atletico Madrid shirt. Then Cope came back saying that Antoine Griezmann's agent proposed the following to Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. Barcelona reduced the option to buy for 40 million euros and agree on another price without waiting for the number of matches that Griezmann plays. So apparently Griezmann's agent went to Barcelona and said, look, they don't want to pay the 40. I think that's pretty obvious. Let's agree on a new price. That way they can pay it right now, and Antoine Griezmann can play the minutes that Diego Simeone wants him to. Now you're wondering, would the Atletico Madrid offer instead of that 40 million euros to pay right now? They offered 15 million euros paid in 3 installments. So 5 million this summer, 5 next summer, and 5 summer the after that. What the fuck is that offer, Mike? Why, madre mia? Of course, Barcelona refused it. I'm like, maybe I'll take 30, 35 right now, but I ain't going lower than 30 just to make the situation more calm. Just forget about it. I'll give Atletico Madrid, a 10 million euro discount. Maybe when their players in the future, that discount can come in handy. Hey, remember when we did this for Antoine Griezmann? Help us out here as well. So maybe 30 million I would do. If you want to do that paid over 3 installments, I'm flexible. Maybe 2 years. We can do 15 million euros this summer, 15 next. But 15 paid over 3 years, you're having a laugh. And also, Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Griezmann has to play more than 60 minutes in around 12 to 14 matches this season to make his purchase clause mandatory. Atletico Madrid have 40 or 50 games. Ain't no way they're gonna play Morata, Felix, Cunha, and Angel Correa straight up the whole entire season. At least 2 of them will get injured at some point, and of course Simeone does love Antoine Griezmann. That's why the club are really calm about this. Again, only 12 matches with a 40-50 game season with the World Cup as well. It's bound to happen at some point, but Atletico Madrid could just not play him, only force him to play half an hour for the rest of the season. Of course, Griezmann would not like that, but in the end, they want to do what's best for the club. They don't want to pay the 40 for Antoine Griezmann, but on the Barcelona standpoint, they are very calm. They think, look, in the end, he will play those 10 to 12 matches for 60 minutes. We're not worried whatsoever. So, see on Antoine, again, I don't think he'll come back to Barcelona next summer. If he does, I think we'll sell him to Atletico Madrid for whatever price, to be honest. Just getting back his wages are going to kill the club, of course. He's on, 700,000 euros per week, something ridiculous like that. I think he took a wage reduction to go back to Atletico Madrid a little bit, but nonetheless, Griezmann will not come back to Barcelona. Internally, the club are very calm about the situation, but they will keep an eye on the Griezmann case throughout the entire season. But a former Barcelona striker who has already left the club via contract termination on deadline day was, of course, Martin Braithwaite. Now, at the time on deadline day, we all thought his termination price was around 2 million euros. Again, in the last 2 years of his contract, he's supposed to earn around 8 to 10 million. Barcelona give him 2 right now to piss off. You're thinking 2 million, great deal. It is what it is. Adios. But apparently, it was actually less than 2 million euros. Luis Rojo came out saying that the termination of Martin Braithwaite's contract has cost Barcelona only 150,000 euros. RAC1 also came out confirming that as well, saying the termination of Martin Braithwaite's contract cost Barcelona around 150,000 according to club sources. Now, if that's the case, this is just another case of an Aleman freaking masterclass. I don't know how, or even Joan Laporta, whoever's in control of it, I don't know how they brought him down from 9 million to 150,000. I mean, get this man a freaking statue for Laporta. My freaking god. I mean, if that's true, it's world class. It's genuinely world class. But nonetheless, Braithwaite is gone. He's at Espanyol. Screw him. Leader of the mercenary. He's gonna get whistled and booed right to hell when he comes back to the Camp Nou. Now, despite the fact that everything from the outside looks so good at Barcelona, we're playing well, we have a great squad, there are some players in the squad who are very unhappy. One, of course, is Gerard Pique. Now, Helena Codes from Cope came out saying that Pique is tired of the paparazzi press. Yesterday, or a few days ago, obviously, he told an important person in the club that he was considering leaving Spain because he could no longer stand the interference of the press in his personal life. So apparently Pique is fed up with the paparazzi. They're following him around, all this sort of stuff. I think this came out after that leaked picture of him and his new girlfriend, who apparently Pique cheated on with freaking Shakira. I mean, I don't know what the hell the guy was thinking, but anyways, apparently again he's still very unhappy. Also, he's been on the bench. We don't know if he's gonna start tonight against Victoria Pleasant. We'll wait and see. But again, still no minutes for him besides from the charity match. And also apparently there is not a really good connection right now with Pique and the president Joan Laporta. There are reports coming out saying that Pique wanted to buy 29.5% of Barcelona Studios for the price that Barcelona wanted, but Joan Laporta told him it was impossible due to the code of ethics at Barcelona, and Pique was not satisfied. Now, as we all know, Pique was in talks with Barcelona a few months ago, or a few weeks ago, should I say, for a contract reduction, for his, not contract, a salary reduction, right? We talked about that, him and Busquets, Ter Stegen, Jordi Alba. He was about to reduce it, and then it stopped. We still ended up registering Lewandowski, Rafinha, Casillas, and Christensen. Apparently, Pique told Laporta, look, I will reduce my salary and, help you guys out if you let me buy 29.5% Barcelona studio. And Laporta said no. And that's why Pique did not reduce his salary. And that's why right now the connection between Laporta and Pique is not that great. Again, just reports. I think about that second part, maybe you could say it's a bit in question, but I think what's no doubt right now is that Pique didn't want to buy part of Barcelona studio, but Laporta said no. So we'll wait and see with Pique. I think again this season looks like to be his last. I'll be shocked if he stays past the summer coming up. Again, hopefully he announces the exit early if he doesn't want to leave. That way we can give him that proper send off. Now another player who's also unhappy at Barcelona at the moment is Pablo Torre. Now, Sport came out saying that Pablo Torre does not want to play for Barca Athletic as he believes it would be a step down from playing in the second division last season. Racing Santander offered a loan move back again, but Alemán refused. He will now find it very difficult to get minutes in the first team. Now, this report did come out 24 hours before Pjanic was about to leave, so all that of course now changes. Now with Pjanic leaving, Pablo Torre does have a good avenue into the first team. Now, Candacir came out saying that Pablo Torre gets upset when he sees that he's not called up and considered going out on loan to Racing, but Xavi told him that the best thing for him is to stay in order to train with Barcelona's style of play, and Xavi told Pablo that his idea is to give him some minutes, and Pablo Torre has been given the number 18 shirt for Barcelona Athletic because the plan is for him to play there while the World Cup happens. So I think this is a bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Cockiness, stubbornness from Pablo Torre. You're at the best club in the world, and he's refusing to play with Barcelona Athletic because it's a step down. They're in the third division, Racing Santander in the second division, so it is a step lower for him. I mean, Pjanic did not leave. I'd be like, yo, what's this guy's problem? Like, tranquilo, you're at Barcelona, you'll get your time, you'll get your minutes. But again, I guarantee you that if Pjanic was still here, he'd get a few minutes and he probably wouldn't have shined. Of course, what we saw from the preseason against Ola, the first game of the season, he looked very, very good. But now, with Pjanic leaving, Pablo Torre will get his minutes. No doubt he'll be included in the squad list every single week now with Pjanic gone. Again, you could put Casillas, Frankie Holding, have Pablo Torre ahead of him alongside Pedri or Gavi or whoever it may be. So wait and see now. Now it's up to Pablo Torre to back his talk, see what he does on the pitch. But again, he is refusing to play for Barcelona Athletic. Besides, of course, when the World Cup comes around, he will go there to play in week in, week out, keep up match fitness, all that sort of stuff. That's not a problem for him, but he's not want to be, a regular player for him. Also, Rafa Marquez came out talking about that as well, saying that, look, he does not want to play for us. It is what it is. He technically is a first team player. So we'll wait and see on Pablo Torre, but again, he's unhappy at the club for playing with Barcelona B, but now with Pjanic leaving, he will get some chances in the first team. Now, on the topic of training, as you all know, when Xavi came back in November, he came in and he set some rules for the Barcelona dressing room. There's like 10 rules: don't use your phone, don't do this, all that sort of stuff, right? Near the end of last season, those rules kind of, started to become lenient, but over the past few days, Xavi has now reinforced those rules and also added new ones. Candacir came out saying that new rules: Barcelona players are not allowed to use social media during training and games to maintain discipline. They are obligated to remain in good physical shape and cannot perform activities such as skiing, climbing, jet skiing. Quick little jab there at Pique. Barcelona can reduce the salary of players by 10% if they refuse to take part in promotional events. Of course, we have Spotify, YouTube videos, all this stuff. Apparently, some players don't like doing it. That's why when you see Barcelona, do videos of games and stuff, there's always the same players. Ferran Torres, Eric Garcia, Pedri. You never see Dembele, you never see Lewandowski, all this type of stuff, right? So now the club has set a new rule. If we want you to be involved into the promotion stuff, you have to do it, or else we can actually unilaterally reduce your salary by 10%, which is pretty mad, to be honest. But you know what? Whatever is best for Barcelona, I'm on board with it. Now, with training, of course, there has been a new La Masia gem included in training over the past few days, and the name is Lamine Yamal. Apparently, he is some fast winger who's absolutely ridiculous, and Xavi loves him. Ferran Martinez came out saying that Xavi Hernandez was pleasantly surprised with Yamal and quickly fell in love with his talent. Xavi considers him the best talent from La Masia at the moment. This kid apparently is 15 years old and he's training with the first team. Keep your eyes on him. When the Copa del Rey games come around, we gotta call up some B players. His name will be the first on that list, alongside Pablo Torre, of course. So keep your eyes on him for Copa del Rey matches coming up. He could be a new shining gem at La Masia. Now, as you all probably know, there's a lot of hype right now around Barcelona. The team is playing well, the players are looking good, the squad's looking fantastic, and apparently that hype comes in with a cost. The first team kit for Barcelona, as you can see on the screen on the right hand side there, is sold out completely. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona's first shirt is not available in the club's various stores. They did not expect this size of sale, and now Barcelona are working to return the stock as quickly as possible, and the expectation is that the first team shirt can return within the next 2 weeks. I have been refreshing the Nike store website every single day for the past 2 months. I still do not have the jerseys, man. I've been sitting here waiting for weeks and weeks, and this is why. It's sold out basically everywhere. I found a few that don't have the Spotify logo on it, because of course those ones were printed very early. We didn't have the Spotify logo, Spotify sponsorship done. I cannot find this jersey anywhere, man. I'm sitting here refreshing the Nike website every single day. First kit sold out, second kit sold out, third kit available, but they're all like extra small and stuff like that. As you can tell, I'm not extra small, but they need to restock on these jerseys, man. I'm sick and tired of waiting. I want to wear them in the live streams. I want to wear them in general, but the club are working on it. Again, they didn't expect this to be, the big case, but apparently, of course, that all came in with the signing of Lewandowski. We do have some updates about his contract. There are reports coming out saying that Lewandowski will receive a salary of 10 million euros this season, but then 13 million euros next season, and 16 million euros in the 2024-2025 season, and then he goes back down to 13 in the final year of his contract for 25-26 season. But Barcelona do have the option to be able to terminate his contract unilaterally, so without the player's decision, if he plays less than 55% of games in the 2024-2025 season. So we are spending a lot of money on Lewandowski. Of course, the commission for his agent fees to Xavi was like 25-30 million euros. He spent 45 million euros on his transfer fee. But in the end, as long as we win trophies, he performs on the pitch, he will make that money back for Barcelona, and also, of course, in kit sales. No doubt Lewandowski's name is the most sold name on the back. We ran out of L's, we ran out of W's, like for weeks as well. We're using M's for W, so it was all over the place. But again, the main problem for these, shirt sales selling out is because of the signing of Lewandowski. Rafinha's name has been selling a lot as well. The other signings, not too much. There has been, a bit of Koundé, but it's mostly Lewandowski and a little bit of Rafinha, but that's what it comes with it, and that's why we're paying him this much money, 16 million euros per year in 2024-2025. That's, keep in mind, Antoine Griezmann was earning 20 when he signed for Barcelona in 2019. When Bartomeu, that freaking prick, signed him, he put him on 20 net per season, which is around about like 800,000 euros per week, 700,000, and Lewandowski will be earning 4 million euros under that. But it's justified. We'll wait and see how this turns out. He could be leaving next season after that, but so far the club are very, very happy with him. Those are the details of his contract, and let's hope Barcelona can restock on these bloody kits so I can get my hands on them. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys an update on Operation Send Bartomeu to jail. As you all probably know, if you don't know already, in October there will be a court case in Barcelona for the Neymar transfer, because apparently it has fraud written all over it. Apparently the club released a statement during, of course, 2013. It said, we bought Neymar for 50 million euros from Santos. Apparently we bought it for 100. So I mean, it is what it is. And there are reports coming in from El Confidencial, who of course are very good with terms of court cases, contracts, all that sort of stuff. They've come out saying, in the opinion of an Odessa national, leaves Sandro Rosell and Josep Bartomeu on the verge of a conviction for fraud. They are accused of corruption and fraud in the Neymar transfer and could be charged with a sentence up to 8 years in prison. So of course the court case has not taken place quite yet, but people who are experts in this field are saying that, look, it's very, very likely that Bartomeu and Rosell will lose this court case. Therefore, they could face up to 8 years in prison. Of course, Sandro Rosell just came out of prison a few years ago, I think a year or two ago, something like that. He could be going straight back in, and let's hope Bartomeu joins him there, to be honest, because both these two are the main reason for Barcelona's downfall over the past few years. Again, it's not guaranteed they'll get jail time. It's up to 8 years. They could just get a huge fine of a couple million euros, and that's it. We'll wait and see. But again, the experts are saying that, look, most likely they will lose this case and they could get some jail time. Let's hope, to be honest, both Bartomeu and Rosell rot in that jail cell. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past week or so since deadline day, really. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. But the main thing I want to firstly is on the Antoine Griezmann case. What do you think? Are you calm about it like the club are, or are you worried that Antoine Griezmann may end up coming back to Barcelona next summer when his loan expires with Atletico Madrid? Secondly, on the Pique situation, what do you think? Do you think he'll end up leaving next summer, or do you think he'll stay until 2024 when his contract expires? And finally, your thoughts on Bartomeu and of course Rosell as well. Do you think they'll end up in jail in Spain or not? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.